everybody, welcome to Water Blocks 37. The one I streamed again, basically. I know that I basically planned on not streaming these. That was my original plan. But, one, sometimes it takes so much, because you're doing so much repetitiveness, that it takes more time than you think. But then my big problem is I'm enjoying this mod a ton, right? This particular playthrough, this game, this mod, etc. so much, and I just want to keep playing it. So there's only so much I can do off recording that is stuff that I would consider boring. So yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I want to do a couple of things today. First thing I want to do is I want to start automating some ore sorting facilities, or at least slapping down some systems that they can go, right? So like for example here, I want to go 1, 2, 3. You make me ones. What? Can you seriously not make twos? Oh my gosh. Never mind. Never bloody mind. I want to expand the whole ore production like a ton. That's what I want. That's what I want right now. So my thinking is we're gonna move some things. That's my plan. Okay. I have all this room that I thought I would turn into ore sorting and whatnot. Let's go get some bricks. Let's get some bricks. We have a bunch of sulfuric acid we need to use up. I don't know. I've got to get that sped up. There's so many things I have to do now. Alright, bricks. Why can't you make more bricks? Because you're out of sand. You're out of sand because this is just full of everything else. Let's fire this up too real fast. Okay, so that is one of them. This is another one of them. Then up here should be sand. Okay. So let's do a couple things. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do... Actually, can we get this angle manipulated at all? Yeah, that should be fast. Alright, so limestone... Alright, that'll get that limestone moved. Means we'll probably need to do something like this for limestone. Okay. So now limestone's under control. We now have inserters, or loaders, I mean. So what do we have right now? We have 6,000 limestone. We have 14,000 the other thing. So let's turn this to sand. I don't know where this is hiding. There it is. So sand is less than, say, 5,000. And what we'll do is we'll copy that, we'll paste it, except we'll change you to limestone, and we'll paste it again, except we'll change you to bricks, or whatever. And that should even things up. This is loud. Is this loud to you guys? No, it's just loud to me. Okay. Excellent. So basically what that should do is kind of help things along. Then what we will do is we'll be a logistics robot to help make things a little quicker. And that should more than keep up, and this should keep everything running. Let's keep those bricks. Keep everything chuck it away. That's what I got. That's my El Motto. Alright. And honestly, I don't even care if this now just goes forever. Like, worst case scenario, we can use these bricks as tiling. I think they're like a pink, right? Yeah, I don't even hate that. Alright. Let's make a bunch of those. Then what do we need? We need a bunch of steel. We should start with. Maybe we should start with bronze or brass and get these upgraded. While we're kind of screwing around. So what's brass? Brass is. We can do copper, tin, and nickel. We can do copper and tin, or can we just make it a hard way? Just to get a little bit. Like in a metal melting furnace. I assume so. How many of those do we have now? We have 3 of these. What did I say? Tin and copper? You're currently no longer setting that aside for me. That's nice. I guess the answer is no. Well, that sucks. If I have to go through this, I need copper ingots and tin ingots. It wouldn't hurt to have nickel ingots. Just a matter of carbon monoxide. That's a lot of work. There seriously is no other way to get this? Copper and zinc? How much of a pain in the ass is to get zinc? Zinc is lead plus oxygen gas. Yeah, it's a pain. And I have to have brass. I have to have brass. That's bronze. There's brass. Brass is zinc and copper. And there's no way to make that any other way. Chrome, cobalt, copper, gunmetal, whatever, manganese, whatever. Bronze, 3. Brass, yeah, looks like no. Okay. So we have to make at least a little bit of tin and or copper ingots. So for now, I guess we'll just have them feed into me. And then tin ingots. There we go. Like this should probably... Why is this not running? Alright. Some things have got to change. What a disaster. Okay. And then if you need some... Now I realized I had this tank wired up to these guys to say, like, as long as there's, let's see, molten lead. I guess it's under liquid now. Molded tin less than 5,000. I should also put a and this is that, but whatever, it's fine. That's probably why that's off, is because those are... Like, we are just tearing through everything except for iron right now, to be really, frankly honest. Iron is the one thing we seem to have plenty of. Copper and everything else is taking forever. And again, I think that's just a matter of, because I don't have... everything else ready to go. Alright, so we have a bunch of ingots. So now can I just... I can slap down a furnace, right? And just go to town. Let's see, I already have a furnace. Yoink. Now if I want you to be... Wait. Why are you saying... No! What do I keep looking at? Bronze? Do I even need bronze for anything? Oh, plus I need electronic circuit boards too. Oh! See? Aren't you glad you're watching? the stream and not the videos. In the video, I'll just be able to be like, hey, we did XYZ, folks, and it looks like this now, and now we'll go do something fun and interesting where I have a plan. As opposed to realizing that I'm stupid and I can't move past where I thought I could move past. Alright. So, long story short, we need some zinc. Zinc processing was a pain, right? Zinc, 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 zinc. Nickel. Zinc. We need molten lead and zinc ore and oxygen. So I need molten lead, which I should have plenty. I want to disconnect some of these things. Why is this suddenly... I don't understand why this has gotten weird. There's lead here. Oh, you're full on this dopey shit again. That's because we have too much... Well, I've just got some good news. Ding. Let me Facebook her. Nice. So we actually have too much sulfuric acid right now, but I'm not getting rid of it, so... Grab pumps. So I thought I had adjusted this in such a way where I could put a control pump in here, but it looks like I did not. Are one of these valves a control valve? Check valve, return valve, overflow, inverter. How these work. And then we're going to adjust this pattern at least a little bit. So I also want to make sure that we keep a reserve of a little bit of molten lead. Just like 500 or something. Like I don't need a bunch. Alright, and then these guys should run basically non-stop right now. But this should probably get wired in. Molten lead. Less than 5,000. There we go. Perfect. So one of the reasons we did that is because, you know what? I take it back. Alright, so they can both put into that, and then we'll have probably 2 arms there that will feed back into the machine. And that'll get wired up to this. This says molten iron, or sorry, molten lead. I can't make up my mind on how much I want. Keep 500 reserve. Make at least 2,000. There. That's not gonna work. Turn that back off. Okay, I don't know. All that's a giant cluster mess. Urgh. All I know is I need some. How many? Just to make a little bit of brass, just to start. I need the zinc. It needs to be in one of these. A chemical furnace 1. And this is going to make that's the gas, right? We just vent that into space like we don't care. I got enough of that all over the place. Alright, so you need some zinc. Well, conveniently, I have plenty of zinc. More zinc than I know what to bloody do with. Alright. Oh, did I not get that attached? There we go. Yes! Oh wait, it's making lead ingots? Is this a better way to make lead ingots? another way, right? Not a better way? I don't know how I'm gonna get all this stuff organized. Like, what's the waste? We're turning 60 into 6? Like, this process is a waste, right? Unless I want it to make... Oh, no, I still need to... Okay, yeah, I still need to process the lead ore out. Holy crap, Angel, this stuff is super complicated. I will figure it out, but man... How did you figure this stuff out? To build it in the first place? How much more is in here? None. Perfect. As far as I can tell, we can just process all of that, and we don't care. And this is, in fact, sulfur dioxide gas, which we could either pump into this and out, or we could just blow up. I don't even care. Okay. So now, we have zinc. We do not need tin. Is that correct? That was just me being dumb. Brass is copper and zinc. Okay. Brass. Hoo-doo! Hoo-doo-hoo and the goldfish. Okay, apparently I need 2 of those, which I can't make. Because I don't have a lot of stuff, actually. What else are we missing? Stone bricks. So I personally feel like we need to kind of spread some of this stuff out and get a couple of leaps in here. Honestly, they can probably just both go in the same little box. Oh, these are... No, did I click the wrong things? Oh, I did, didn't I? Okay. Well... It's gonna happen, I guess. Okay. Brass plates. Yes. Okay. Oh man. So with brass plates, now we really do need a little bit of electronic circuit boards. What do we need to make those? Just a few. Transistors and circuit boards. Circuit boards are phonetic boards. Oh man, there's so much stuff in here. Can I just make a few? So I need wooden resin, to make phenolic boards. Alright, well, we have resin. We had a little bit of boards. So I come down here and I just make a few, like 200 of these, right? I can just say... Are any resin or any liquid resin? Solid resin. So I can just go like that. Now to make the fluoride solution, it's like iron and Samius. It's a liquid, right? Here we go. Hydrogen chlorine gas, chloride gas, which we can do. Let's set this up to just build a few, and then you can dump. It really doesn't matter because I've got to physically bring wood over here. Okay, so we need some fluoride gas, which will be over there. Probably a chemical plant. I need at least some iron. And then we also need what? A bunch of transistors? What else do we need? Basic electronic components and transistors. Transistors are... There are a lot of steps that we have not taken. That is nowhere near what I... Okay, so we're also going to need some tinned copper wire, which what else do we need? Plastic bars we have. So really it's just silicone wafers. Which silicone now involves, like, we gotta melt that too, right? Okay. So we need to make one of those. Oh, stone bricks again? Tired of running up here constantly. You. Okay. And then that'll just store whatever a furnace can hold. Okay. Guess that means right this second, come over here and we start to assemble at least a little bit of the hydrochloric gas. Of course it's exactly wrong. Where's the hydrogen? Up here? Is it going to be easier to get the hydrogen down here? Probably. That's like near where I pointed at, isn't it? Alright, so now it just needs power and a place to go. Okay, so now that becomes in a chemical plant. I guess again we just shove it into a Alright, so now I have fluoride fluoridic gas or whatever that's called. We needed that because of boards. So now we need tin and copper, which we have a little bit of. We can go in a green or a red. Okay. That has to go in this one for now. Alright, so there's our circuit boards. So now we need transistors. We're gonna make a few of these things. I don't actually know if that's necessary. Again, I can only make as many as I can force in there. Need that copper. Alright. That's stupid, but whatever. I'm tired of the other bits taking so long. Okay. Silicone. silicone we need... Oh, damn it. Forgot that's the reason I went up. The other, I needed more stone brick. Blast furnace. I better fit down here. Silicone. Need carbon. Here we're just still manually pulling the carbon up, but no reason that it can't get shared. So you pick up below and stick down here. And you pick up above and stick behind you. Oh, I don't want you using carbon for fuel though. I got a little bit of it, didn't I? There you go. I do not want you using carbon for that. Okay. So now, mold the silicone into one of these. Sounds like the boys' home. I realize we're just making a big mess for ourselves, but alright, it's out of the way for now. Hey, hey, hey. Judging you quietly. Alright. That's very near what I wanted. There's so much stuff happening in the first instance of the graveyard you can't even move on Solana. That's part of the reason why I'm not doing that right now. Is that it got super aggravating Um, earlier when I was trying to play. So hello and welcome to today's podcast, or video cast, recording, stream, all the things, all the different doodads. I never picked up any more tin. To a tin. Also, we have extra lead. Those are wired up. How much brass do we have in here? 200. Let's make some brass pipe. Alright, we'll make 30 of it while we're running around. Does it give us one stack? It does. Alright, sweet. We came up here to drop off 10. Still isn't going to give us a ton of these boards, but anything's better than what I got right now, which is this many. We will fix that. That's the last thing we do. Grab some more boards. Yeah, getting this thing all operational is going to be a massive pain. Building everything so tightly because you had no space is I really think the first thing you do is you just sit there and you start cranking out landfill for fracking ever. Now, you guys have everything you need to make wood, right? Let's make that 2 now. Alright. Okay. So now we should have silicone. So a couple died by now. Alright, so we turn those silicones into silicone wafers. Do we have plastic bar, plastic somewhere being stored? We do not. A few plastic, that's plenty. Yeah, and I don't need infinite numbers. I just need a few. Just a couple. Alright, so there'll be... Alright, so transistors. have... Will these do the job? Apparently not. Oh, because we're low on copper. Oh no, that's bad. Don't think this has to be anything fancy. Okay. Yes! Alright, so now do I have everything I need? Yes! Yes! So this really needs to be a fast inserter. 100 of these. Get some of those back to work. Alright, quick inserters. I have 5 in my pocket. Alright, let's go get some of those updated. Look how quick that is. So instead of what? Oh, the crafting speed's 2.5 instead of 1.5. So now, see what would be 4 seconds? I don't even know how this math works. But now this is... So if this were to take 4, which is actually less than that, it's at 1.5. Let me get a calculator. If I actually know how this math works. Alright, so normally it would take 2.6 seconds to craft. And now it takes 1.6. So 2.6. It's a second quicker. So every one of those that I can switch over is 1 second faster right now, which is bloody huge. I mean, just phenomenal right now. Alright, what's the problem? This is just working as quick as it can. That's the problem. We're out of aluminum, which I have plenty of. Yes. It feels so good to be like, I can fix this problem. Is this a problem you can fix? Yes, it is. Oh my god, no. Alright, so these should all be liquidizers Mark II. Look how much quicker that is. Look at that. Are we actually building? No. It's okay though. This one next, I guess. We do need to gather these. Dump all the brightly colored doodads in there. We will start processing those semi-soon. Like I said, for right now it's just kind of limp along, little pony. Alright, so we can make 7 more of those. Right now we need 1, 2, 3. With... I mean, we're close to taking over the world here now, kids. Super close. Closer than we've been so far. Alright, 3 more of these. That's good. That's real nice. Okay. So what I kind of want to do is start to turn... is start to plan how I want to convert... I mean, this is currently boxed in. This cannot get any bigger. We need to figure out how to make that grow and expand. Part of me wants to... Well, see, I don't want to go... I want this to be able to continue to expand down, too. I feel like this science was not the right place to land. I just don't know where else I would put it. This is full, right? Alright. I'm actually gonna... turn this back off for now. I don't think it's going to be there long term. I think I don't know why this is Still got power, actually. Like that's fine. That doesn't have to go anywhere. In fact, odds are strong that doesn't even have to do anything. A little bit more. That's fine. Can process a little bit more aluminum. All right. So let's just imagine 6 lines across. Right? That's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lines across. Out of steel. We should be able to rerun the bus vertically through, or the things up through there. I don't know if we need it to be actually probably want it to be like this is all still held up on the fact that we don't have any copper. We're out of circuit boards now. Pretend like you want that. Pretend like you want that. What else can I get rid of while I'm standing here? Okay. So we'll make a wood run, and then I think I have an idea. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a huge area that kind of comes down here. Gonna look stupid. I was watching Neil House. He's got an interesting concept where he does like what? Do you need manually fed? This, I thought. Oh, gross. Okay. What are you doing? This is Factorio? Are you familiar with Factorio? Right now what I'm basically doing is I'm making a board run, grabbing circuit boards, and I'm getting ready to expand adjust my ore processing into what will be my permanent ore processing. Well, I don't know. So I have this YouTube series, and the idea that I would try to stick mostly with the series on YouTube only, but because I'm kind of waiting for the new mod to come out, so I started doing this water world or water block mod, which is actually a lot of fun. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take down along this line and start setting up a more permanent smelting type area. Because at the time I did not have the land to build this anyplace else, the oil stuff, and I want to build it down from here, which means I have to plan on building this up from here. Yeah. The water block series is pretty cool. My plan was to only do it on YouTube in like 20-30 minute segments, but I've gotten away from that, and now I've got a couple, now I think 2. This one and one other one that I streamed, just because I kind of finished the other one that I was working on. Well, so it looks like this. It's not bad. It's just I need to be able to get it back up to the bus, which is why I'm putting together these lines. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to have like this huge line that runs up into like this 1 or 2 factory or warehouses or whatever, and then I'll take the contents of that warehouse via wires and basically say, okay, let's make more iron because the iron is low here, you know, is kind of my thinking. And just like make iron plates down there because iron is low. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear this. I'm going to go to the iron, which is currently right here, which I guess is an incorrect ratio. I guess this should be 2 to 1 or whatever, but whatever. I just need something to act as a spacer right now to get a rough idea of how big this needs to be. So I have a few bits. Okay. Plus I want to change this to allow for a control motor. And then I also want to make sure I allow I feel like this is probably fine. Okay. Again, this might be real bad. I am not sure. In fact, I could actually bring that up a little bit, right? Oop. Assuming I want to keep this exact same number of research running. Speaking of research running, do we have everything we need to make construction robots now? Like, I feel like we need a lot more robots. I think we're at that point. Oh, I'm also... apparently out of materials. I don't think I'm worried about modular robot or Roboports 2. Oh, maybe I am. The difference between the Mark 1 and the Mark 2 is huge. I mean, if I have all the parts, I guess I might as well. Yeah, we said a bunch of stuff. So what am I... What are we missing? Some of these, I guess? Roboport array. Some copper cables. Yeah, copper's gonna be a little tougher. We are still... Oh, is it because I turned it off? I did, I turned copper off. Because I'm a genius. Trying to figure out why copper was probably not running. Do we need anything else? Don't think so. Not right now. So much of this stuff's just totally unnecessary right now. Do I even care about cobalt? I don't think so. So now to make a Mark II, what am I missing at the end of the day? What am I missing? Looks like some tin to copper wire. That I can fix. Oh, the hoops you gotta jump through. Thing of the... Yes, can this just get put on repeat? Let's see. In fact, let me turn the TeamSpeak on, see if Woody's in there.
Connected.
Heyo, moving down to the streaming channel.
Channel switched.
All right. What was I looking at? Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Oh my.
Glad to hear that.
Why? Oh, there's none of... Because again, I broke the copper. For now, I'm turn the copper draw for the science off. And I'm going to go manually feed a little bit of this into the... Yeah, it's fine. Into the machine over here that's basically making this one. So that should basically just force this to run again. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so what are you actually missing? Robo charging ports, which are these electronic boards. It's probably all about these right now, actually. We need 5 antennas, which again are more of these. And that's going as quick as it can go, right? No, I can... Oh yeah. Bob's totally different than everything else. So instead of going at 0.75, this actually goes at 1.5, which is, if we get out our calculator again, and we take the crafting speed on this is normally 5, so we go 5 divided by 1.25. It'll actually take 4 seconds as opposed to the 5 divided by 0.75 before, which is actually weird, which was taking 6 2/3 seconds. So we shaved an awful lot of time off of it, to be fair. Let's see, how many of these? We have 4 of these, so we can make 3 more. And it kind of looks like we have everything we need to make some basic robot. Oh, actually, what does it take to make an electric engine? Still takes lubricant, but we don't have any way to make lubricant, so we can't make more robots. Oh, this is like hell. Which means we have to find a science that will let us make lube. Base mineral oil and... Okay, so how can we make base mineral oil without... Oh, we already have oil processing.
That was kind of a strange sound. She just made there.
That's my I don't know. Oh, we can crack coal to make oil. Oh my god. So I have to take coal plus red metal catalyst plus hydrogen gas to turn it into oil. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So I cannot make more robots. So the 20 robots I have right now are going to have to go a long way. And the easiest way to make them go the longest way, I think, is going to be to stick them in a roboport to work on projects while I'm gone. Doing other things, because they're not going to be fast. I could build a storage chest. Alright, this will work. Jeez, this is such a pain. And some of these belts may have to be upgraded eventually as well. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, so what's the construction radius on this thing? See how huge that is? It's massive. They're going to continue to use me as a resource for a minute until I don't have anything. Then they'll get back in my backpack, I think. That's fine, I guess. Alright. Not sure I need that many lines, but I guess I'll allow it. Man, you forget how much you rely on the robots when you have to start picking stuff up on your own again. Alright. Go drop some stuff back off up here. That can stay. This is just uncap it, work through that backlog. I don't know if I'm in love with how this is starting to shape up like this. I mean, it seems okay. I'm just not sure if this is gonna work long term. And this is the last time that I want to pick this up and move it, you know? Alright, so if we can... This area, this whole area becomes this process. Alright, we scoot this over. This whole thing becomes that. Everything, instead of coming up here, gets sorted down to this direction and over. Things come down. Get processed. Come, oh, yeah, I think this is okay. Maybe instead of one, the blast furnace looks like this. Do we want to do it with ore processing too, actually? Probably wouldn't be the worst to plan on that. Let's see, so I need these, right? And if I remember right, these are like a weird ratio too. No, we can build those out of steel. Oh man, this is bits and pieces of this is a real challenge. A real challenge. This whole space thing. Alright, so if this is raw iron, this gets turned into process iron. This comes down here and gets fed, so we need coke in here as well. Somehow. And then like that. And some sort of like control circuit, probably. Yeah, that should be okay. Then like this gets wired up to this to make sure that this runs as long as that's over, you know, under 1,000 ingots. These will process as long as it can. This will say like run as long as this has less than whatever the liquid iron that we want in here, and then this will have a running to make sure that it runs as long as this has got a minimum. Okay. So then I'll need a controlling warehouse down here somewhere. With the option that there could be a underground like that. Because when we start building the steel, it's going to be similar. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those weird scenarios where it's just going to have to... I'm going to have to augment what I have slowly as I go. It's going to suck. It's going to suck real bad. Alright, let's get like 3 lines, probably. There we go. Alright, well, I think we're going to wrap stuff up here. Check in with Witty. Maybe play a couple of games with Witty and LJ. And, yeah, thanks for hanging out. If you caught this live on stream, awesome. Twitch.tv/SamusGrovo. If you're watching it later on YouTube, you know, appreciate you. Thank you. This is what I say, segment 37, I think. Yeah, 37. Which means there are 36 other ones before this, how we got to here. So please check us out, and we'll catch you real soon. Peace.